All right, you know what this is. It's the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. Weather for Weather Geeks. Monday evening. Today is the 22nd day of July. Only 9 days left in the month. And it's been a kind of a strange month weather-wise across our area. It has not been particularly active in terms of severe weather or anything like that. In some places, it's getting really dry. In some places, we're doing a little bit better, but we did have some measurable precipitation across our area today. Now, it was very, very light, a lot of this rain that occurred from early in the afternoon through early this evening, with a couple of exceptions, but at the Youngstown Warren Airport in Vienna, only 1/100th of an inch of recorded precipitation there. Wheeling did a little better, closer to 1/4 of an inch down there. Pittsburgh, same thing. But our local rain gauge network, it's generally 1/10 of an inch or less, but there have been some exceptions. There's been some heavier rain for a time up in Geauga County and extreme northwestern parts of Trumbull County as well. And I'm recording this video at 7:17. Let's stop the radar loop and I'll zoom back in on northern parts of Trumbull County. And, as of, 20 after 7, it's not doing a whole lot more in our far northern viewing area. But earlier on, we had some pretty hefty downpours. Mesopotamia, Bloomfield. In fact, let's query the 24-hour precipitation totals here, and extreme northern parts of the county, over towards the Geauga line and up towards the Ashtabula line. Yeah, some 1-inch amounts probably occurred in a lot of these places, but this was definitely an exception. By the way, the flood advisory is still out for northeastern Geauga. That's, again, definitely kind of an exception. The vast majority of our area had very, very light rain and no problems with too much rain in one location today. Now, by far and away, the highest concentration of heavier rain and some thunder and lightning is out to our east across central PA and in parts of the mid-Atlantic states as well, but even all that is sub-severe and fairly inconsequential. It's interesting, the next few days, this is going to be one of the quieter stretches in terms of severe weather that we've had all summer when we look at kind of the broad view of things across the lower 48. Here's the day 2 severe weather outlook. No severe thunderstorms, organized severe thunderstorms anyway, expected coast to coast on Tuesday, and Wednesday will bring the same thing. No organized severe weather. Now, I think next week can turn more active in terms of severe weather in much of the lower 48, but this week we're getting kind of a week off, that is for sure. Now, back here at home, we had a little bit of damp weather earlier on, and the sky will try to clear tonight, and that's a recipe for some at least patches of fog early in the day on Tuesday. The fog will burn off quickly. Mostly sunny for a time. It'll turn partly sunny as we go into Tuesday afternoon. There's really not much of a trigger for shower and thunderstorm activity on Tuesday, but there'll be maybe a hit or miss renegade shower, clap of thunder in a couple of spots during the second half of Tuesday. It's going to be one of those things where a lot of us will probably just not have any raindrops, but some of us could have a downpour or two, and then another dry interval, perhaps some patches of fog as Wednesday gets underway, but then Wednesday afternoon, same idea, not quite much of a trigger just yet, so everything should be pretty widely scattered and disorganized. Now, our highest rain chances may come for a time Wednesday night, and even that probably is not going to be a whole lot, but our cold front approaches Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Now, this front's going to kind of slow down some, so we're going to keep at least a chance of a renegade lingering shower or storm, at least through midday on Thursday, but the better chance may be in the morning. And I think by the end of the afternoon, the dew points are going to start dropping, setting the stage for some really nice weather at the end of the week. Now, we do have some heat coming our way over the next 10 days. It's going to be towards the weekend and into early next week, but the end of this week looks just downright delightful. Friday, low humidity, hardly a cloud in the sky. In fact, we'll have hardly a cloud in the sky during the upcoming weekend, but it's going to turn pretty hot. Good pool weather this weekend, well up into the 80s on Saturday, and I think we'll start flirting with 90 a few times Sunday and into early next week. And I think that's a little bit of a precursor of the pattern as we head into August, which may bring some more chances for heat. There's actually, we look large scale or globally a lot of times to predict weather patterns here locally. And what's going on in the Eastern Pacific is there's actually a typhoon that is probably going to try to recurve by this weekend. That's kind of this disturbance right here. So this typhoon did one of these things, and then this recurving typhoon, or what's left of it, will traverse the Northern Pacific and influence the jet stream downstream across North America as we head into next week. And what I think that will kind of cash out as is pretty pronounced ridging across the lower 48 states. We'll get one ridge out here and another ridge kind of flexing its muscles next week, and maybe even beyond that, across a lot of the central and eastern U.S. And what that will mean for us, I think, is no shortage of warm weather. Now, is it going to be super crazy hot or anything like that? It's too early to put much faith in any in the magnitude of any warm spells as we head into August. But I think the relatively comfortable weather that we'll have for much of this week will be a distant memory as we head into early August. So, we told you it was going to be a hot summer. It has been so far. It hasn't been record-breaking or anything like that. But we're in a little bit of a respite this week. No severe weather chances. Temperature's not much of a story this week, but I think the pattern will start to become a little more interesting during the last stages of July and the first part of August as well. The tropics will probably start waking up in the month of August, and that will make for no shortage of things to talk about across North America, the U.S., and even in eastern Ohio and western PA. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks on this Monday evening. Have a great night. I'll see you back here on Tuesday.